Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. Now here's Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the steal. Up top, Tatum. Connects from three-point range. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face. Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough three.
And Dort gets it to go.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Now here is Holiday. And he drives in. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
A wide open look here for Caruso. Off target with his three. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Celtics.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
It's stolen by Brown. And here comes White, leading the fast break. No good off the spin.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Picked by Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. Tatum a screen. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder with the lead. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task, guys.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Caruso. Misses the three. It's tipped. Holmgren with the steal. There's Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Here's Tatum. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Pass to Caruso. And stolen by White. And they pick up 2. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball. Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
58 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Thunder have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And the technical free throw is good. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
46 seconds left in the first. Here's Holmgren. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Holiday. Outside, White. Poked away. And stolen by Caruso. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
Brown outside. No good from outside.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Inside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 on the clock. Tie game in Boston. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
13. Le Thunder. 13.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too. And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Thunder.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Brown wide open, he fires. Good on the three-point shot. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Tatum wide open, he fires one. And the Celtics hit again from deep. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Williams, that's good.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Brown outside. Knocked loose. Stolen by Dort. Goes up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Lift off, Mr. Dort. A one-way ticket to the rim.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
4-on-3 break. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Pass to Craig. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. 6 to shoot. Here's Hauser, defended by Dort. Hauser misses.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Williams gets the bucket.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. We thank you for the report.
Timeout.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Attention fans now on the court. It's your hot squad. Get loud and let them hear it. It's time for some defense. Make some noise, fans.
Some changes here for the Celtics. .149 left now here in the second. Here's Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curbs a 10-0 run by the Thunder.
Richard, so many things about Drew Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Caruso. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Holiday. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. 1:07 left to play in the first half. The kick out to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Dort.
On defense, Dort has great instincts, helping him stay on top of the shooter. Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here is Holiday. He has 5. Here's Brown. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. 16 seconds left in the first half of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. A wide open look here for Hartenstein. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 6. That's to Porzingis. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it goes down 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first field goal of the second half for the Thunder. Now Tatum. Here's Walsh. Outside, Porzingis. And the turnover again by Boston.
That was okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see missed connections like that too often.
Oklahoma City leading by 8. It's Dort on the wing. Good on the triple. Dort's got 8.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. 9-point game. Over in the corner, Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. It's to Porzingis. That shot, no good. Good D by Holmgren. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. The Thunder have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder.
The Thunder leading by 10.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren in the post. Wallace outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the basket by Derek White. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. Celtics trail by 8. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now into the lineup for the Thunder.
Back to Holiday.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
Here's Dort. Holmgren wide open. And he's good on the 3 ball. Holmgren's got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And Holiday has it in the corner. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And 1:01 left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Celtics trailed by 11. It's White on the wing. Out to Porzingis. Fires from deep. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. There's 21 seconds left in the third. Back to Dort. Shot clock at 5. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. There's Brown with the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter.
The Thunder, 43. Come on, fans.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Caruso. Here's Holmgren. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Now Holiday. Fires the 3. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. That's 7 points for Drew Holiday. The Thunder leading by 9. Down low, Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Caruso with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Here's Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Assist.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. It's good. Holiday's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Porzingis with the steal. And he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Now here's Holmgren. Pass to Caruso. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries the long-range jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 14 now for Oklahoma City. The three from Tatum. Caruso with the ball. He's picked up by White. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. 5 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The layup missed. There's the triple. Boston, no good that time either. The Thunder leading by 14.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Stolen by Holiday. Pass to Tatum. There's the three. Thunder with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's stolen by Brown. Tatum with it. Williams picks him up. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
One shot.
Strong finish by Tatum. Nothing was stopping him there.
And a new group in for the Celtics. And that one misses. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Caruso. 4 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Celtics trail by 12. The three from Tatum. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Come on, like, when Tatum's hitting the pull-up, what is the defense supposed to do at that point in time?
And here is Dort. Holmgren the screen. To the paint. And stolen by Horford. Here's Tatum. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
From Sam Hauser.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Caruso. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Here's Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. And the Thunder lead by 9. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
It's crazy. He's growing taller. He's adding more muscle. Tatum just becomes harder to defend in there.
He makes the second free throw, and that narrows the gap to 7. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that trims the lead to 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Gets the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for the Thunder.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's an 8-point game. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight. And
that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Richard
Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. To the middle. Puts the move on. Porzingis. Count the basket. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Holiday with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. Pass to Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Got to push him farther out than this.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound, Celtics.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Outside Holiday. Off target from outside.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
To the inside. Here's Holmgren. Porzingis grabs the board. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They trail by 3. And here's Tatum. Driving to the basket. Pass to Porzingis. And stolen by Williams. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, just a great read by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Getting in transition, making it easy.
Now here's Tatum. Back to Holiday. Oh, it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside, Williams.
2 minutes.
Caruso, right side. Back to Williams. Pass to Dort. Caruso outside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, great decision from Dort. If your teammate is open, get him the basketball. Nicely done.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now guarded by Brown.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Porzingis. And there's the drive. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
I didn't know if they could match that last slam, but it only took them a couple of moments.
Hey, not the best interior defense on those last few trips, but who cares? That was awesome. And out of bounds, Boston will have it. Celtics trail by 9. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Holiday with a drive. Porzingis misses. Here's Oklahoma City now. This run now up to 13-2. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Tatum from long range. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Oklahoma City. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker.
Tatum from long range. Connects from downtown. Tatum's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for the Thunder. They've led by as many as 11. Dort outside. Caruso outside. Down low. Here's Holmgren. Down low. Holmgren drops it in.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. So it's Boston now. 8-point game. Inside. The kick out to White. No good from outside. So it's Oklahoma City now. And it's Dort off the drive. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Jaylen Brown picks one up. And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum pulls it in.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Left side, Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
Just such a good feel for the game. Porzingis sees that clock dwindling, stays calm. Money in the bank, baby.
Pass to Caruso. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander gets the 3 to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Tatum, good.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
SGA explodes to the rim.
I love when Shai does not just settle for a layup, finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
Celtics trail by 12. Holiday with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Outside Tatum. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Dort outside. Beyond the arc. Rebound Boston.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Tatum from long range. Pure from three-point range.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Tatum. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder leading by 11. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 points for him. Caruso misses.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Holiday taking his time here. Porzingis for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Guys got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Hartenstein. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder,
Clock at 4. Pass to Hartenstein. Dort up top. Shoots over Brown. Here's Hartenstein. Tatum with a steal.
Blocking foul called on Aaron Wiggins. First personal foul, second team foul.
White for 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. It's the Thunder, leading by 7. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
20. The Thunder, 27.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for OKC. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Flagler. And here's Dort. Right wing. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. No good that time. Good D by Porzingis. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Williams' shot is good.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
And that one drops for him. Porzingis has got 11.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room in half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Stolen by Caruso. Here's Flagler. Tatum with some nice D. Celtics trail by 5. Fires from deep. White can't hit.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Outside, Williams. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Second shot opportunity. White with the steal. Here's Tatum. The shake. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And there's the call on Aaron Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul, second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Right side, Tatum. Here's Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter. Thunder leading by 4. Wallace outside. Hartenstein a screen. And Wallace, here we go. Good D by Porzingis. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Inside. Tatum with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. The Thunder with another miss. Celtics trail by 4. Porzingis with it. Now Wiggins defending. Oh, how about KP on the break?
Well, that's a strong finish right there. KP not afraid to attack the paint, scored through contact.
Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16 points now.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Brown. Back to Holiday. Let's go with a three. Drills it from deep. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Down low. Brown. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. Lou Dort picks one up. Boston shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. That one drops. He ties it up. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
To the inside. Here's Horford. And he can't jam it through. Here's Oklahoma City now. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, boy, how slippery is SGA on the dribble drive. Just so difficult to stay in front of him.
Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Give him 20. 6 to shoot. Here's Hartenstein. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Hartenstein's got 6.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
To the middle. Tatum drops the hammer.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than him.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Oklahoma City ahead, up 2.
42.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
After being behind for so long, they must be relieved to finally get this thing tied up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Here's Holmgren. Holmgren with a big reach.
I like that. Lou Dort knows I don't have an opportunity, but I can put a pass on time and on target and get my teammate involved. Nicely done.
Holiday with the ball. Now guarded by Holmgren. Pass to Porzingis. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul so far.
First team foul.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. And that one's good. Porzingis.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Thunder. Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. KP wrecks the rim.
The defense made the mistake of allowing Kristaps Porzingis to find his rhythm. Going to be a long night if you don't pull him off.
Here's Williams. Now Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
Boston trailing. Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
And here's Caruso outside. Buries it from three.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Outside Tatum. Pass to White. Outside Holiday. And here's Brown for three. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
Outside Holiday. Inside. Here's Porzingis. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Thunder.
They feel like they have an advantage inside. And so far, they've done an excellent job exploiting it.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Both free throws good from Porzingis.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Outside, Williams. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Williams is like a 5. I mean, this guy gets it. He knows they need points there, and he takes it upon himself to deliver.
And it's Thunder's ball. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. .59 seconds left to play in the fourth.
And falls! Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Outside Tatum. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Williams. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And Porzingis with the block.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a good look. And that's good for 2. And it's a 6-point Thunder lead. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to White. Here's Holiday. Porzingis. Clock at 6. Now Tatum. Right side Brown. Outside Holiday. Takes the 3. And no good.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, out.